to IMO Reviews. Today we're discussing Day Shift on Netflix, directed by JJ Perry and starring Jamie Foxx, Dave Franco, Carla Souza, Snoop Dogg, Meagan Good, and Zion Broadnax. Jamie Foxx pretends to be a pool cleaner in Los Angeles, when in actual fact, he operates secretly as a vampire hunter. But before we go any further, please remember to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It really does help me and the channel massively, and we thank you if you do. So let's get into what I liked about Day Shift. I thought the CGI was pretty impressive, especially for a Netflix movie. And it stays consistent throughout. It never throws all of its budget at one big CGI set piece and then lets the rest sort of fall to the wayside. No, all of the CGI from start to finish was very good. There's also a good colour and life to the movie. In a strange way, it did kind of feel like a Grand Theft Auto setting. The Los Angeles sun and the music and driving pickup trucks with Bud Lights in the passenger seat. On many an occasion, I did kind of feel like I was watching a Grand Theft Auto movie. Maybe this director should be the guy to do that if that project ever comes about. And I thought the premise was quite interesting, not necessarily original, but interesting. I also thought the cast were fantastic, especially Jamie Foxx. He really is doing a lot of the heavy lifting and carrying this material. He's just incredibly charming and likeable. And I thought his best scenes was when he was acting alongside his fictional daughter. He was very believable as her dad. He slipped into that dad role like a blink of an eye. I never questioned their relationship. I just totally bought it. And I thought it showed what a consummate pro Jamie Foxx is, because I haven't ever seen the young girl before in a movie, not to my knowledge. But he was so cool and calm and fun that I feel like he made it an environment where she can flourish and just have a good time with it without any of the pressure. And it really showed in both performances. I thought the girl was really good. I thought Jamie Foxx was really good. And I thought together, they were excellent. And a slight side note, I might well be in love with Meagan Good now because, hi. It certainly is a cool and stylish movie, but I fear the movie didn't quite know what was cool and stylish about it. And this is where we start to get into my cons about Day Shift. It has a lot of fun to offer with this secret operation and double life, and vampires actually do exist and they walk among us. But for some reason the movie decides to give that almost no focus until the very ending, and the build-up mostly focuses on Jamie Foxx being in debt and having to get money by selling his shoes and stuff. It's just not really what I came here for. I get that you need to have some sort of character development and arc for him. I'm not against that. But it all felt a bit aimless, pointless by the end. I don't really feel like it came full circle. Him selling his shoes doesn't come back around at the end or anything. Yeah, there's a few times in the movie where it just feels a bit directionless. And logistically, it's quite dumb. As soon as you start turning on your brain and thinking about things, it will fall apart. This isn't really a spoiler, but it gives you a good example of what I mean about the logistics of the movie. Jamie Foxx is trying to be very quiet in this moment, and someone alarms him, so he tries to silence the shot of a shotgun with a pillow in front of it. It still makes a fuck ton of noise, and then they go on to have a fight that makes even more noise. So it just begs the question, why did he bother with the pillow? That's what I mean. It doesn't need chopping, changing, completely tearing apart. Just remove the pillow. And I'm not a big fan of the editing in this movie. It's way too choppy. It cuts like a drum beat. It's like this. Every other thumb click is a cut to a new angle, a new shot. And it's like, oh my God, can we just pick one? Just pick one and stick with it. I get that you need coverage to hide some of the less smooth transitions, and I get that you want to try and get it from every angle because there's a lot of twists and flips and you want to get the right angle of it, but I don't need to see every single angle of it. Pick the best ones and make that the sequence. I really do feel like you gave me every single possible shot that you had, and that was it, and it's just like bang, 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 bang. Too much. Way too much. And it is annoying because actually the action's really good. It's very slick and classy with the guns and catching bullets and all that kind of stuff. It's great. It's just a shame I can't always bloody see it. I also didn't find it funny, like, at all. I think maybe I smirked twice, maybe 3 times if I'm being kind. But it's really trying to make you laugh, and it's just, I don't know who this humour's for. Dave Franco pissing himself every now and then isn't that funny, at least not to me. And speaking of Dave Franco, my God, is his character only here to give exposition to the audience. He actually got on my nerves after a while. So I'm going to give Day Shift a 4 out of 10. It's just sort of meh. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. It held my attention. I didn't start getting up and doing the washing up to kill a few minutes, but I can't say I was invested. I was still, picking up my phone and sending the odd text here and there. I feel like Jamie Foxx is doing so much heavy lifting here, and the script just isn't meeting him halfway. Instead, it sort of just falls into the chasm of, I'm not going to remember this in a year's time. And the biggest head scratcher for me is just what is going on with Netflix and their original movies? Remember when they had Roma and Marriage Story? Now they're just churning stuff like this out, and I don't get why they're not challenging themselves like they used to. I would have one beautiful movie like Roma being released once a year over 50 day shifts in a year. Shape up, Netflix. Not good. Thank you for watching this review. Please do hit that like button, and please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and please do hit the comment section as well. Have you seen Day Shift? What did you think about it? Am I being too harsh? Did you have a good time with it? Let me know in the comment section below. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you on the next review.